All right, so we're talking about one of my favorite shoots and favorite bands. Well, not musically, but just great guys. The band is called Bodycount uh, with Ice-T. This is after I met him at the first Lollapalooza in '91 when they played with Jane's Addiction and, Living Color and Nine Inch Nails and everything. Ice-T was the leader of his metal band. This is another great shot of the band. So this is my first shoot for them on as a band on June 25th, 1994 at, where did we shoot this at? Studio 46, my favorite studio. If you've been paying attention to my stories, you know that I've done a lot of shoots at Studio 46 back in the day. So this is my first shoot for the band. It was for Virgin Records. It was publicity. It was a simple shoot. They came to the studio. We did the shoot. Ice-T was in a good mood. The band was in a good mood. The guys were really great. The funny part about the whole shoot was, you'll see in this picture here, the first one here, Ice-T's holding a gun. There was a couple of shots that we did where guys were holding guns, and it was all, OG gangsta shit. But they were all toy guns. They were all fake plastic toy guns. One of the guys in the band, a guitar player, I think it was, not Ernie, but another guitar player, actually showed up with a real gun and started like pointing it and posing with it and all this shit. And I laughed so hard. Ice-T went off on this guy and yelled at him, scolded him like he was a child about bringing a real gun to a shoot, how stupid it was, and somebody could get hurt, and that OG gangsta shit like went out the door, and safety became concern number one. And he yells at this guy, and he made the guy literally take the gun and go out to the parking lot and put the gun back in his car. And then the guy came back, and Ice-T yelled at him some more and was like, "You can never do that again. Don't bring the real shit," and da 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 da. So it was really kind of funny for me to see that happen. You could see how in charge Ice-T was of this band and was the boss, and they were just doing whatever he wanted. But it was kind of funny at that point. And the other thing I remember most about this shoot was afterwards, the bass player, I think his name was Moose Man or something like that. We were out in the parking lot my crew was packing up and the band's packing their shit up. And him and I were out in the parking lot with one of the other members or something. And they lit up a joint. So we started smoking weed and talking. And then Moose Man was like inviting me down to come hang out with him in Compton and kind of hit it off. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come to Compton and hang with you. And just had a good laugh or two about that. I never went, but the fact that I got invited, it was probably like the third or fourth time I got invited to hang out in Compton. But it was a lot of fun. The band was great. And I think sometime after that, I ended up shooting Ernie C., the guitar player, for his solo project and his side band. I ended up shooting Ice-T and Bodycount again after that. That's what I loved about those days, was like if you really clicked with somebody and you did a good job, you'd get that call back. You'd get that second and third shoot, or you'd get that special moments, or they would trust you. It was all about trust, basically. I needed to build the trust with the labels, the managers, the publicists, so they knew that I was going to bring my best to these shoots and give the band my best. And it's why I've been doing this a long time, I guess. Trust.